Obviously, I'm not going to have a fight with a 50-odd-year-old man. He'd probably beat me up anyway.
Pro boxing fans here in London with Frank Smith. Frank, it got a bit feisty earlier. I spoke to Simon Jordan, you popped through, there was a back and forth. Nice and spicy, that.
The game is debate about challenges inside the sport. Not whether I've got blonde hair, not whether I've got earrings, not whether I've done £50 million in a football club that one day you might make. Right? The bottom line is grown-up conversations, and you guys don't want to have them. You want to play the man.
We've had grown-up conversations.
Good, look forward to it.
You speak like you know every fact.
I don't.
You do.
I don't know as much as you.
No,
and I don't know as much as Eddie, and do you know why? Because you guys have been doing it for years, you should know more.
I don't know as much about you about phones and football clubs. I wasn't that spicy, was it? I was thinking it was actually I didn't think it would be that nice.
It was nice, but it turned a little bit spicy. We like to see that.
Yeah, look, I'm a bit of a joker. People go on Twitter, I have a dry sense of humour. So obviously I'm not going to have a fight with a 50-odd-year-old man. He'd probably beat me up anyway. But my thing is with Simon Jordan is he speaks like everything he says is absolute fact, and that's what I said to him when it's not. And I wouldn't come in and tell him about his businesses. I have no clue about phones. I have no clue about running a football club. I have no clue about being a DJ. That's what I said to him. But look, it was all. He said I want proper conversation, like real conversation, like big, And I said, you call me a goblin and a teapot, like that's what he calls me. So it's all good fun. We move on and we focus on tomorrow night. Exciting night of boxing.
Talking about spicy, AJ and Helenius had a bit to say to each other afterwards. What did you make of that? I'm not sure if you've heard what was being said.
I haven't. I'm sure it'll be coming out on our social media very soon. But I haven't seen or heard what they said. But I think he needs a bit of that as well. I think that's quite nice to see. That little bit of spite there. And Robert Helenius isn't coming here just to lay down. A bit like when he fought Wilder, he went out there to have a fight. And that's what you want. That's what we want in the heavyweight division. It's what makes it so entertaining. I think you're going to see a great fight tomorrow night.
With AJ, obviously, we always knew him as this knockout monster that came on the scene. And, he's become a smart fighter. He's trying to not get hit as much. He said it before in interviews and in his post-fight press conference. But does that make it a silly question because he probably sells himself quite well, but is it made it a little bit harder to sell an AJ fight than previously when he was knocking people out?
No, look, you only have to look at the turnout today, the people who turn out to see Anthony Joshua. He's a superstar. Look, we all want to see, everyone wants to see knockouts, of course they do in boxing, but at the same time, he's improving as a fighter. He'll always come under sort of unnecessary scrutiny and hate, really, from people. Like when he fought Franklin, he won every round nearly against Franklin. And if anyone else did that, it'd be like great performance. But because it's AJ, people have to say things. I think the good thing is, and what you'll see, is him being back in the ring quickly. He hasn't done that in a long time. When you think about it, when he was in these big fights, it was 6, 7, 8 months between. Here he fought in April, he's back out August, 4 months later, he's aiming to get back out December, January again. And I think that's only going to be, a positive for Anthony, and you're going to see a great performance from him.
I know you've got to go, so I'm going to make this the last question, but Deontay Wilder is obviously the talk of the town for January. How quick do you expect that to be announced after this fight?
Look, we're going to work as hard as we can. It's the fight everyone wants. We've all got the intention to make it. Us, Deontay, Skill Challenge, who we have a great relationship with. Obviously, Prince Khalid and Skill Challenge will be in town tomorrow for the fight. We've delivered some massive nights with them and want to continue to do so. And that fight's it's a special fight, a fight that's been called out for a long time. And I'm very confident that we can move it forward very quickly after Saturday night. All eyes set on August 12th, though. Tomorrow night, AJ's focused. You can't look beyond. In heavyweight boxing especially, you can't look beyond and take your eye off the ball. It's our job to do that in the background, but we want to make that fight happen, and I'm very confident you'll see it later this year, early part of 24.
Actually, just before I let you go, you talked about Skills Challenge there. We know Tyson Fury's fighting Ngannou, but it's with a different promotional outfit altogether. What do you know about them guys, the other lot now is sort of promoting that one?
Yeah, I think that's from the General Entertainment Authority, so, obviously because it's not because it's separate from sport or boxing, they've done it as part of Riyadh season, I believe, this one. But look, it's great. You only have to see the investment across sports in Saudi. It's brilliant to see. Football They've obviously got some. I don't know much about football, but they've obviously got some great players going out there, is what I'm hearing. And you know, any investment in the sport is great to see, and you know, continued development. And I think, look, they're massive sports fans. They're massive sports fans. I've seen some of the Saudi football matches, and the atmosphere looks unreal. Might actually go and get a season ticket.
Actually, tomorrow you're doing the run in the morning. What's your PB right now? Are you gonna beat that tomorrow?
Yeah, I did something like 24:30 around a track, but that was because it was a nice springy track. Probably going for it. I just got to beat Parsons. It's not about the time. It's just about having Parsons right there. I'm going to point at this guy, pretend it's him, and I'm just going to dash for Parsons. I'm going to keep going until I catch him.
Wicked. Frank Smith, always a pleasure to talk to yourself. Good luck with the run tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Good to see you, mate. Thank you very much.